So as we said today, we recognize that whilst we are managing the macroeconomic side, both fiscal and monetary, fairly adequately, the big issue confronting South Africa is growth, and in particular, inclusive growth. If you want to talk about social cohesion or economic inclusion or exclusion, South Africa is a classic example given the kind of history that we've had of marginalization of the majority of South Africans. And whilst we've made tremendous progress in the last 20 years, that marginalization is still one that is deeply felt. Secondly, we have, let's call it first level structural problems and deeper structural problems. So the first level problems is how do we get better electricity supply, which we will in the next 5 years. Secondly, how do we manage our labor relations environment and reconstruct it in a way in which we have more harmonious relationships, less lengthy strikes within our own country, which begin to negatively impact on growth. And then we come to the more structural, the deep structural reforms that we need to undertake related to our past. So we still have a very oligopolistic economy. There's huge concentration in many important sectors of the economy in the hands of very few companies. So the IMF and OECD will regularly say we need to reform our product market or deconcentrate our product market. Very nice euphemisms. But in essence, what they're saying is get more small businesses and medium-sized businesses to start competing with big businesses and get some space for themselves. So in sum, the growth challenge is one that in some ways the IMF figures begin to reflect. Our response to that is to, certainly in recent months, build confidence amongst the private sector, which has capital that we don't have at this point in time, in the quantities that are actually required. Secondly, encourage them to become partners with us in ensuring to the best of our ability that we don't get downgraded to junk status in the coming weeks. Thirdly, to look at co-investment projects between the private sector and government, whether it is in respect of renewable energy, IPPs in relation to coal and gas, co-generation of energy by mining firms, for example, through small plants being created, or in infrastructure and other ventures which will give us greater competitiveness.